Hey, welcome, Paige. Just joined 3 days ago. Okay, you guys, I'm super excited to get this kicked off. So, my name is Noelle Cruz. I am your presidential diamond leader, and I've actually been in this business for 7.5 years. So, when I first got started, like way back in the day, just a quick, like my quick story, so you guys know who I am. And because I know that facts tell, but stories sell, so I love to share stories so that you can go out there and share stories when you're talking to people. I used to be a real estate agent, and I got into real estate before I had kids thinking, oh, this is going to be like family friendly. I'm going to be able to make my own schedule. I'm going to have my nights and my weekends free. Okay, fast forward, found out I was pregnant when I was 2 weeks into real estate school. That was fun. Okay, so I actually got my first job at my first firm when I was 8 months pregnant, and I went to work. I officially started working as a real estate agent when my oldest was 10 weeks old. Totally crushed me, like totally crushed me. So at the time I was working as a real estate agent, and then I was still waiting tables because obviously as a brand new real estate agent, you're not making any money. And you guys, I literally missed her entire first year. And I found out very quickly that as a real estate agent, I was always going to be on call for everybody else. I was going to be working all nights, all weekends. And that was really just not what I was looking for. And I never wanted to be a mom until I was a mom. I never wanted to be a stay-at-home mom until I was a mom, but I always needed to make money for my family, and I've always had the drive to work and to contribute and to have my own money. Who doesn't like to have their own money, right? Like I'm all about having my own money. So that was something that was really important to me. So I worked Ava's first year. I missed all of her first moments, and I couldn't live with myself anymore. I was like, no more. I can't do daycare anymore. So we fast forward, moved to Michigan. My husband had a job change, and I was working 3 part-time jobs with Ava in tow, trying to provide for my family when this business came across my Facebook newsfeed via the body wraps, which if you have not tried the wraps, you need to get them on your next order. That's one of our product rewards that we get as distributors, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But you guys, the wraps are our flagship product. They tighten and tone and firm in as little as 45 minutes. They give insane results. They help people who can't lose weight lose inches and just feel more confident, be able to tighten that belt buckle. They reduce the appearance of cellulite. They heal stretch marks and scars. They are phenomenal, and that is what got my attention on my Facebook newsfeed, and that is why I joined the business. And I hit that first goal of $500 in my first month, and within 3 months, I had earned a $10,000 bonus, and I was making full-time income. And within a year, I was making 6 figures. This business can absolutely change your life if you let it, but it takes 1, consistency, day in and day out. 2, it takes tenacity to keep going when all the people tell you that you're stupid and you shouldn't be doing that, right? And that's like what I call rhino skin. You guys have to develop rhino skin to know that like you're here for a reason. And I learned very quickly that other people's opinions don't pay my bills. And so I have to keep going anyway. But if you are consistent, you show up every day and you do this with passion and excitement, you will have success. So really quickly, Dakota, would you just pop on here really quickly and just share everybody your like quick 2-minute, like why you started and what It Works has done for you? Sorry to put you on the spot.
You know, I knew you were gonna do that. I'm like, I bet she's gonna put me on spot. So hi, I'm Dakota. I am I'm pretty much double diamond. It's there. It's already happening.
Going double
So I've
diamond this
been,
month, right?
what's that?
Going double diamond this month?
Heck yeah.
Yes.
It's already there.
Right there.
So I've been with this business going on 2 years. Actually, when was it? November 7th was my 2 years with the business, which is like totally crazy to me. Like it feels like it's been way longer than that. So basically before I joined this business, I was working part-time at a bank. We were basically just struggling to make ends meet each month. Stephen was actually working 12s at the distribution center. I was working at the bank, and I just feel like we never saw each other. And with the house comes the car loans, comes, just all of the debt. And it was literally causing us to like fight. Like just the financial situations were causing our relationship just to not go in a good path. And we literally knew that, okay, we need to do something. And so it's actually funny. I was scrolling on social media one day and I saw my upline posting about the business, and I thought, oh, that's cute. Like whatever she's doing, it's her thing. And I was scrolling through a story and I accidentally clicked on her poll, and she messaged me and she said, hey girl, you're looking to make an extra income income from your phone. And I said, like, that's a thing, you can do that. And so she sent me information. And guys, I'm super red. So I didn't even think twice about it. I was just like, you know what? Like, I can make money on my phone at the same time. I'm going to do it. Like, I'm going to do anything I need to make this extra income. And I gave it a shot. And here I am now, 2 years later, making triple my income that I would if I was still at the bank. So
awesome. Thanks for sharing. I'm super excited. So you guys, everybody has a different journey, but the point is, like, I went double diamond in 4 months. Dakota went double diamond in 2 years. You just keep going, right? You don't stop because you don't go double diamond in 4 months. You just keep going. Like Kelsey's on here and we're working towards her going diamond, like either this month or January, right? We're going to see how the cards fall, but either this month or January, she will be going diamond. And it's like just so exciting. And she just started back in May. So we're going to get into what all that means soon, you guys, but this is for new distributors. And for those of you who aren't new distributors, we're just going to work. Okay. So for those of you who are new distributors, welcome. I'm so excited to have you here. And there's no bad question. I literally want all the questions tonight. Okay. I want you guys to blow up the chat with the questions so we can go over it. But I'm going to screen share with you guys and I'm going to show you what is our daily checklist, your lifeline for this business. And we're going to go over things just moment by moment. Okay. So give me just a second. I'm going to screen share with you. Let me see. Okay, how do I screen share? There we go. All right, screen share this. I think you guys can just see. Can you just see the KPI checklist if I do that? Okay, cool. Okay, so this is our daily task list. This is called our KPI checklist. You will hear that term all the time. You will hear it every single day. Do your KPI. Did you get your KPI in? How many things on your KPI did you get done? Okay, this is your daily task list. So imagine you're at a job and you go to your job and you know, when I go to work, I have to do A, B, C, D, E before I can go home, right? Okay, this is your same thing. So what I want you guys to think about is if you do this once a day, you're going to make money every day, okay? If you do this multiple times a day, you're going to make a lot more money, okay? But this is literally, if all you ever did for your business was did this once a day, I would be amazingly happy. Because, okay, lots of people say this can be done in an hour. Personally, this takes me about 90 minutes. I don't know, maybe I'm slow. I've been here a long time, but I think this takes about 90 minutes. But the cool thing about this is that you don't have to do it in one segment. You can sit down and just pound it out, which we're going to do tonight. We're going to do some of that, but I want you to know that you can pace yourself, that you're going to be slow when you're getting started because you have no idea what you're doing. So you will get faster. So just be forgiving. Okay. So we're literally just going to go through this and I'm going to zoom in so you guys, is that a little bit better? Can you see that a little bit better? Okay, so every day on your story, you want to have content on your story. So there's timeline content and there's story content. Your timeline content is your crisp, catered, like just your edited photos, your full story, your written out, like whatever is like you want to make sure that your grammar is correct, like all the things, right? That's for your timeline. You want to give good content on your timeline. And in the top of the team page, if you go to the Wrap Haven, which if you have not been added in there yet, you will be, message your sponsor and say, hey, don't forget to add me. We have 4 announcements that are pinned to the top of the page. One of those things is all your social media training. It's going to talk about editing photos to make sure that they pop. Like we're not going to post photos. Like, let me take my computer if you guys can see me. I'm not going to take a photo. I'm trying to figure out what would be a really bad photo spot. Hold on. Let me go to a corner. I'm not going to take a photo. Well, this is not a good room. Okay. Anyway, I tried. That was not a good example. I have like my vanity lights in here, which is like good lights to just like brighten up the room. So that was not a good example, but you're not going to like go to a dark corner of your house and like take a photo, like because nobody can see you. You want to like go stand in front of a window and take a photo. So like you have natural light so people can literally see you, and sunlight is the best filter in the whole world. You don't even have to do anything to your picture. Stand in front of a window and take a photo. It's perfect. So just things like that. It's going to talk about content. But this first one is show yourself making or using a product on Instagram and Facebook. Facts tell, but stories sell. So if your friends see you just making your coffee in the morning, they're going to be like, what are you drinking? What is that? And then they're going to ask you about it. And even if they don't ask you about it, they're going to see your daily routine, whether you're taking the TFX or you're taking the hair, skin, and nails or whatever it is that you're using. And they're going to be like, okay, like she's using the stuff she's posting about. Okay, so that's important. Now, if you don't have it yet, I want you to download an app called Telegram. Telegram looks like a blue circle with a little paper airplane in it. And if you guys just take notes on this, and you can do it either now or you can do it later, download Telegram, because Telegram is where you're going to get a bunch of content. And you have group chats where there's literally content for your stories and content for your posting. So posting ideas. That's also where we do like power hours and work chats and things like that. So download Telegram and then ask your sponsor to add you into those groups. Okay. But you want to make, but actually like showing yourself personally making a product and then attaching one of the stories that you find in Telegram or Pinterest onto that is so simple. And if you guys just to do this later, go to Pinterest and let's say you're looking for, I'm going to do this with you real quick. Let's say you're looking for a story about the TFX, about the Thermofite X. I'm going to go to my Pinterest app and I'm going to type in TFX, it works. Let's just type in TFX, it works, stories, and see what pops up. And all of a sudden, I have content like this that pops up in my Pinterest, okay? Or like this, which I would totally use because that's a super cute photo, okay? And then you can go and you can find people who have posted stories. And when you do that, you kind of have to scroll. Like this one story I found, it's not right next to the other pieces that it goes with, but play around with it, okay? And again, when you start to do this at first, you're not going to be fast. It's going to take you some time. But that's the first, like that's one thing on your KPI checklist is show yourself making or using a product. Okay, scroll down to number 5 on this list, okay? Number 5 says share someone's corporate approved pictures. Now, one of the things I'm going to teach you is how to combine things, okay? So let's say, again, we're going to go back to Pinterest. We're going to go back to search for our TFX, and I am looking to post about the TFX, and I want to post about and I need to share results photos, right? Because that's part of it. Well, guess what? Okay, those are not corporate approved. That was a bad example. Here we go. Here's another slide. I don't know if you guys can see this. This is another slide that matches that first TFX slide that I found. Oh, and guess what? There's a corporate approved results photo. That counts as one check for your KPI checklist because you're sharing a corporate approved results photo, okay? Now, the one thing I will tell you is I want you to actually share on your timeline a corporate approved photo twice a week, okay? If you want to do it 3 times a week, that's fine. I don't want you like spamming your friends every single day with before and after photos because then they're going to block you. Just kidding, but they probably won't appreciate it. But if you do it twice a week, that's great because it's going to show people visible results. Like I said, 2 to 3 times a week, show people visible results, but make sure that every single day in your story, you have corporate approved photos. The other part of this that's not on here that I'm going to add is share someone's corporate approved photos and learn about a new product. That's one of the biggest questions I get from new distributors is they say, I don't know about the products, I can't promote them. Okay, well you can, because first of all, we're gonna walk you through all of your conversations, right? Like as your sponsor, it's literally our job to walk you through every single conversation, start to finish until you figure it out. That could be your first 10 customers. That could be your first 100 customers. We don't even care. We're here to help you make money, okay? But the more comfortable you are with the products, the better you're gonna do when you talk to people. And so if every single day you just learned about one new product, you would be growing your mind and your knowledge like crazy. And so where you can learn about that is you can go to your website and then just pick a product and read the product description there and then scroll down and there's going to be a little link you can click that says view product description. That pulls up a full product PDF with ingredients. You can read that as well, frequently asked questions, how to use, etc. And then ask your sponsor, if you have questions about that product, okay, it's going to help you because there's not going to be real life stories about those products on your website. But we can tell you real life stories. Like for instance, the Confianza. It's one of my favorite products. Took it tonight because I was about to lose it on my children. And it is a natural stress reliever. So you can read all about the Confianza, but if I told you that I was able to get off of my anxiety meds after 12 years because of the Confianza, well, that's something that you're going to remember. And that's a story you can share with people as you're talking to them, okay? So make sure that you tune into the Zooms, ask a lot of questions, and learn stories. So, okay, so that's number 5. Now I want you to pop over to number 9. We're going to combine all of these, okay? Post stories on Instagram and Facebook about coffee samples so you can make coffee cash, okay? So as a new distributor, when you got started, the company loaded 7 of our Skinny Brew samples into your sample app. Now what that means is that you have 3-day coffee trials to send out to people. We don't send those out for free. That's $140 worth of coffee cash for you guys to have, okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to, 1, log into your sample app with your distributor ID and password, and I want you to send your first sample to yourself, okay? So send your first sample to yourself so you can try it. Then we're gonna give you a script, and so again, write this down, message your sponsor. I'm gonna give you a whole list of things to message your sponsor. So if I'm your sponsor, I expect to get all these once the Zoom is over. Message your sponsor and say, what do I send to people to sell my coffee samples? Well, I'll give it to you guys here in a second. But I want you to message people to sell your coffee samples. And you can message people directly to sell your coffee samples, and we sell those for $20 each. But another way to check off your KPI checklist is to post stories about the coffee samples. So let's say you start your morning off by making your coffee, your Skinny Brew or your keto coffee. And maybe you add in your chocolate greens because that's what you do. And then you're gonna do, so like, and this is just an example of what I would do. I would make my video and I usually put like some music to it or something and put a cute filter on it or whatever. And then I'm gonna do a couple slides that talk about what the coffee is. Here's some results photos. Okay, now on the last slide, I'm gonna put a poll and it's gonna say something about coffee samples. Or I'm gonna find a slide that says Skinny Brew coffee samples available, or keto coffee samples available. And then I'm going to put a poll on that, and it's going to say 2 positive things. So when you do a poll, you always want it to be 2 positives, like info please or sign me up. Those are 2 positives. It's not a yes and no, it's a positive. So that's a way to combine number 1, number 5, and number 9 together. And you literally just hit 3 things on your KPI checklist in about 5 minutes, depending on how much time it takes you to make your story. Okay, so isn't that awesome? So 3 things done, 3 out of 10 done. Okay, let me, while I'm thinking about it, throw this sample script in the mail. We're not throwing it in the mail. We're gonna throw it in the chat. How about that? Let me throw that in the chat for you guys. If I can find it. Dakota, do you have my sample script that you can throw in the chat?
I might. Let me
It's
see.
the one that starts with, hey, lovey, happy Wednesday.
Oh, let me scroll down.
And the reason I'm asking is because I'm going to let you look for that because I can't search on my computer, and I just realized that I can't do that.
Okay, I'm going to send it to you through Messenger because I'm on my iPad.
That works.
Yeah, okay, I can do that.
Okay. You're going to send it to me just to verify?
I'm going to send it to you to that and just a post because my Messenger, I can't log into, I don't have my scripts on my iPad.
Yep, that's perfect. And I'm still looking in the meantime. So that works too. Okay. So the thing that I love about this business, you guys, is that you can do one thing and hit multiple platforms. For instance, let's say you make a TikTok. Your TikTok can go on your Instagram, which is actually going to upload to your Reels, which Instagram Reels is the hot thing right now. So if you want to learn more about that, do. But it can go on your Reels. It can also just go on your story. And your story on Instagram is going to hit your Facebook. And then you can do the same thing on your Snapchat. You literally can do work one time and put it on 4 platforms. It's so brilliant. Okay, so we want to work smarter, not harder. Let me find your message, Dakota. Did you send it to me yet?
Doing it right now.
Cool.
This has been just like going so slow for me today, but I think it's because a few days ago we lost power and our internet's just been so messed up.
No worries.
Okay, I think that's the one that you're talking about. Nope. Ignore him in the background. Sorry.
Hi, Steven. Okay. Okay, so this is what I want you to save. Okay, so copy this from the notes, and I want you to save this in the notes in your phone. And this is the first part. Okay, I'm not going to give you the entire first thing because that is a lot, but hold on. How did I just do that? Stop sharing. I have to stop sharing for just a second so I can give you guys the script. Okay, here we go. So this is something that you can message to everyone. Hi, Lovey, or whatever you do. You can say friend, girl, whatever you want to put in there. This is a script. Cater it to sound like you. Happy Wednesday. So I'm not sure if you've seen any of my posts, but I was wondering if you're a coffee lover. We just launched a brand new Skinny Brew coffee, and I've got a ton of samples I'd like to send out. Are you interested? They say yes. You say, yay, okay, so this is an instant French roast coffee that burns fat, sharpens focus, gives you tons of energy, keeps you full, and curbs your cravings. I have a 3-day sample pack for $20 or 6 for $35, shipping included. Which would you like? Okay, that is one, and that one you guys might want to use if you are like a little bit more, like once you've been in the business for a minute. Even 2 weeks is fine. I'm going to send you another one that is good for like right now. Okay, so for you to like start using like tonight, you could literally use this tonight and start making money right now. Okay, cool. This one, give me a second. I'm having to send stuff. Dakota, I'm sending this back to you in Messenger so I can grab it on Facebook. Just work with me here. Sorry about that, guys. I thought I would be able to grab this stuff easier from my notes. Okay, so this is a message I want you to save that you can message to get your samples sold like now. And like I said, you have 7 free in your app. Okay, I want you to send 1 to yourself, and we want to sell the other 6 and make you $120. Okay, so this one is, hey girlie, I'm so excited because I'm starting a business. I've wanted to do this for so long. Or you could say, I just started a business. I've wanted to do this for so long. Change this to sound like you, okay? I'm going to be a rep to share incredible health and wellness products, and I think you'll be really into them. I'm pre-ordering sample packs of our amazing Skinny Brew. It's delicious. It's a delicious coffee that helps burn fat, improve focus, and give you energy. It's a 3-day sample pack for only $20, includes shipping. Would you be willing to support me in that? I can grab you a sample, okay? Take that, change it to sound like you, keep the content there, keep the ask there, and see how many people you can sell samples to. Now, one of the things I like to do is I like to do like a Friday special. And for people who are like, that sounds a little like, I don't know, like I'm interested, but it's a little pricey, whatever, you can sell it to them for $15. You can do like a Friday special and be like, hey girl, I just want to let you know if you're still interested in trying that, instead of $20, it's $5 off today. Okay, it's follow up, discount. Okay, so anyway, so that's just an idea for your samples. Okay, let me go back to my KPI so we can do this again, and hopefully I can post in the chat while I'm screen sharing. I'm hoping that this will work. We will see.
Is this recorded, Noelle?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
It is. So I need to move this. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to like, oh, here we go. No, that's not what I want. That's not what I want. That's not what I want. Sorry, I'm trying to get this to like, that's not what I want. I'm trying to get this to show me some faces. Okay, I can see some faces. I'm moving you guys over here. Sorry about that. Okay, can you guys just see my KPI checklist? Is that what you can see? Yes? No? I can't see any responses. Yes? Okay, Alexis is nodding her head. Cool. Okay. Okay, now make a post about your personal story, past, present, future, or blessings. Now, this one seems really intimidating when you're a new distributor because you're like, I don't have a story. Okay? You don't have to have a story. Okay? You do not have to have a big story right now to share what's on your heart. This is what I did when I first started. I kid you not. I literally started and I talked about getting skinny and making $500. That was it. Like, that's all I wanted to do, is I wanted to get skinny and I wanted to make $500. And then when I hit that goal, I started talking about making $10,000, and people were like, "You're crazy. That's never going to happen." And I was like, "I'm going to make a $10,000 bonus. Watch me. I'm going to make a $10,000 bonus. I'm going to get skinny. I'm going to make a $10,000 bonus." And that's literally all I did, was talk about where I was going. That's the important thing you need to remember. Your job is not to think about what your grandma Sue thinks or what your best friend thinks. Your job is to write down your goals, why you're here, and stick to it and do your things and talk about it every day. So when you are talking about making a post about your personal story, you're going to talk about where you were or are and why you joined and where you're going. I have $5,000 in credit card debt, and I'm tired of looking at those bills every month. So I joined a business that's going to help me make extra money from my phone in my flex time, and I'm going to pay off that bill. There's your story. So simple, right? I have $20,000 in student loans, and I'm tired of having that debt hanging over my head. I'm tired of fighting with my husband about finances. I'm tired of going to the grocery store and having to, budget what's in my bank account and make sure that I don't overspend. And so I decided to start a business where I can make money from my phone in my flex time. And this is going to give me the ability to buy groceries for my family. This is going to give me the ability to pay off my student loans. This is going to let me put cash in savings to take my family to Disney. Whatever your story is, you're going to tell it every day in a different way. Okay. One of the ways that I love to tell my story is actually on my story, not in my like not in a post, but actually going hands free on my story. And if you haven't done that, again, if you're not familiar with your stories, play around with it, because it's fun. You get to just talk to people, and people like raw, unedited real life, right? So that's what your stories is for. Your timeline is curated, your stories is like whatever. Okay. So that is something that you guys can do. And if you're just like Marissa, you just started tonight, or not just start, she started yesterday. Tonight she did her announcement post. That was her story for the day. She talked about why she started and what she's hoping to get out of this, right? So she did her announcement post. So we're actually going to get to that in just a second. So right now we're actually going to go do this next task together. I want you to go to your Facebook friends list and pick 25 people. We're going to sort them, and then we're going to engage. Okay. So I'm going to show you how to do this. There's 2 different ways to do this. All right. So go to your Facebook, open your app, and click the 3 little lines at the bottom right. And then I want you to scroll down. Okay, I'm going to show you 2 different things. The first thing I want you to do is find the little friends tab. So it should look like, you guys should be in an area that looks like this. Okay, and I want you to find where it says friends. So click on friends, and then you're going to click all friends, and then click sort. And you're going to click newest friends first. Okay? Give me a thumbs up if you have that figured out. Okay, so that gives you who your newest friends are. So the task on here, go to your Facebook friends list and pick 25 people, sort newest to oldest, and like and comment on their pages. Like, when you're engaging with people, you want to think like a like is kind of like super neutral, like in Facebook world, because you want to be in the positive with the algorithm. A like is super neutral. A love is better. A wow is better. Anything that makes people, like if somebody does like an angry emoji on your post, it actually minimizes you in the algorithm. So you don't want people doing angry emojis on your post, FYI. But when you talk to somebody on their timeline, it tells Facebook they like each other. So let's say Marissa comes over to my timeline and she comments on a picture of my girls, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, they're so cute." And I comment back and I'm like, "Thank you so much. Where do you live?" This wouldn't actually happen. I'm just like making up a conversation in my head, right? And she's like, "I live in Wayne." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, you're only 30 minutes from me. Do you want to get together for a play date?" And then she's like, "Sure." We're having a conversation on my feed. Facebook says they like each other. They know each other. I'm going to show them each other's stuff. Okay, right? That conversation would never happen. But the point is, if you engage with people like 4 words or more and you ask a question, they're going to answer your question. And then Facebook says they like each other. I'm going to show Marissa Noel stuff. And I'm going to show Noel Marissa's stuff, which is good because we can engage with but you see our stuff, which is ultimately the goal. Does that make sense? Okay, so that's one way to engage. The other way to engage, go back to those 3 little lines at the bottom. Again, back to your Facebook, go back to 3 little lines, and scroll down, and you want to find something that says most recent. If you don't see that, click see more, and you'll find it. Does everybody see more or the most recent? So this is an algorithm hack. This will show you chronologically what everybody just posted. Post can't be loaded right now. Mine is broken. Normally, it will show you, if your guys is not broken, you should be seeing in chronological order what everything and so this will show you groups that you're a part of that you're probably like, holy cow, I didn't even know somebody added me to that group. You can leave groups, but this will show you your friends what they've posted. So this also gives you a way to intentionally engage with people. Okay, so that's what you're gonna do when you do step 3. So let's do that right now. Let's just pick 5 people, and I just want you guys to go and comment 4 words or more for some of your friends. And like I said, we're just gonna do 5. Comment done. When you guys are done, I think I can see the chat. Maybe I can't. I'm just gonna give you guys like 2 minutes.
Hey, Noelle, I've got a good question for you.
Yes.
I've had quite a few people ask me this, so I'm not really sure where to go about it. But so, like, when you're selling your Skinny Brew samples and your tea samples, if you have somebody that wants a tea sample and a Skinny Brew sample, what's a good way to sell that pack? Like, would you do the tea discounted and the Skinny Brew full
I would do
price?
6 for 35 still.
Okay.
Yep, and I would say 6 for 35, same price. So just like with the Skinny Brew script, 3 for 20, 6 for 35. I would just combine it.
Okay, perfect.
Perfect. Will you read me the comments, the questions, Dakota? Well, because I can't see them in this. Yeah, I can't see them how we are right now.
Somebody said, it's a really long number. I don't know who this is, but they said done.
Perfect. Okay, 30 seconds, guys. Okay, perfect. All right, let's move on. Okay, so Instagram, same thing. You guys are brand new. I do not want you on more than one platform right now. Okay, I want you to master one, then we'll move on to the other. And the one that I want you to master is Facebook. Okay, so let's learn Facebook. Once you've got your groove with Facebook in a month or so, then we can move on to Instagram. A lot of people, it takes a lot longer. It just depends on how long you can put into your business. Okay, how many hours? We went over number 5. The best way, I'm just going to tell you guys this. So to share someone's corporate approved photos, when you want to do that like on your timeline, you want to think, and this is in the posting training that's pinned at the top of the page in the Wrap Haven. The team page is called the Wrap Haven. It's posted as an announcement, but you don't want to be posting things that look like sales. Okay. So if it's a sales ad, somebody's very quickly going to scroll past it. They don't want to be sold to. They want to be inspired. They want to be encouraged. So if I post a picture of a before and after picture, I typically am going to crop off, even though it's corporate approved, I typically crop off. It says what company and what products were used because people are like Google happy. And then they're like, I'm going to Google that. And then they Google it and they're like, oh, that has bad reviews or whatever. Because everything has good reviews and bad reviews. And people like to Google, but I like to talk to people because I know that if I can talk to you, I can give you the actual facts and let's figure out if it's good for you or not. But I like to just crop it out and say something simple like, oh my gosh, check out Mary's results. She has been, consistent with her products for the last 6 months and she looks amazing and she feels amazing. It's just a post about somebody else, right? But people are going to be like, what did she use? What is this, right? Like they're going to ask you about it. So that's the type of post that I like to do personally. And if you're looking for good content, one of the easiest things to do is to follow your leaders, follow other leaders in the business. You can follow Kelsey, you can follow Dakota, you can follow me. I can't see everybody else who's on here. I don't know if we have any other leaders on here. Sandra Russo, you guys, if she's on here, she's amazing. Follow these people and copy what they do. You can be a copycat if you copy the right cat, okay? So let's go on to number 6. Message 10 people about the customer option. Use your poll from the morning. If you put a poll on your coffee, right, and anybody who voted on your poll, when somebody votes on my poll, I always like to ask them, hey girl, were you interested in trying this coffee or did you vote on my poll by accident? Because some people just hit it by accident and I don't want to be like rude, right? I don't want to be like messaging them and they're like, oh no, I hit it by accident. Totally fine, right? So that's an option, but the majority of the time, you're going to message people from what's called a host to post, okay? Now, Marissa, like for instance, you did a host to post for me yesterday when you posted if you could lose 10 pounds per month, how many months would it take you, right? You hosted a post for me. Well, now we're going to get your friends to start hosting posts for you, and you're going to be talking to people from those messages, okay? So when this says message 10 people about the customer option, if you guys are doing your host to post every single day, you're going to talk to a lot more than 10 people, okay? Like a lot, like probably 50. Depends on how much time you have. It's okay if you only talk to 10, but if you talk to 10 new people a day, that's awesome because that's 10 new people that you talk to about the customer option. So should we do host to post real quick? Should we do that? Should we? Okay, so let's do that real quick. So I'm going to give you guys some content. Let me stop my screen share for just a second so I can pop in here. You would think I would know how to like manage my Zoom. Stop share. There it is. Okay, I want to give you guys some content. Okay. Let's dig into our host to post really quickly. So here we go. For those of you who, okay, raise your hand if you're brand new and haven't done like a giveaway post. You haven't done anything. I just want to see where we're at for content. Okay, Marissa, Lori. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a couple of different things. Lori, I am actually going to give you I'm going to give you 2 different things. Sorry. I was not. We're going to do this. Okay, Marissa, this is for you. Let's actually talk about this for a second. Marissa, do you have any comments on your announcement post?
Yeah, I got a couple on there.
Okay, perfect. So this is what you're going to do right now. You are going to go like anybody who dropped a heart for you or responded, you're going to go like their comment, and then you're going to reply back to them and say something like, thank you so much for your support, or whatever it is you want to say to them, okay? And that's going to, again, boost your post up in the algorithm because now you're engaging on it. Then you're going to private message them, okay? And this is what you're going to say. This is what you're going to say. Hold on. You are going to say this. Let me just edit this for you really quickly here. If I can pull this up. Let's see. Okay, so this is what I want you to message to the people who commented on your announcement post. Hey girl, thanks so much for your support in my new venture. Would you be willing to do me a huge favor? Don't worry, I'm not going to ask you to buy anything. Okay, you can add like a laughing emoji. Every month we do amazing giveaways. This month we're giving away $1,000 cash to help with the holidays. All you need to do is copy a post I give you onto your wall to help support my new business. Are you willing to do that? Okay, that's what I want you to send to them right now. And what I want you to do is I want you to do this in chunks. So you guys, we work in chunks. If you work in chunks, it goes faster. So like, reply, like, reply, like, reply, like, reply. Till you get through everybody, okay? Then copy this message, go send it to all of them, and do not respond until you've sent it to all of them, okay? So go do that right now, Marissa. That's your task. Okay, let's see. Anybody else who is a newbie? So Lori, this would be for you. I don't know who else on here is a newbie. But Lori, this one's for you. Can obviously, you don't have to say chick. You can say friend. You can say whatever you want, okay? I'm going to teach you how to green light message. You guys, we're going to green light message right now. This is what this means. So go to your Facebook, go to your Messenger app, okay? Now on Messenger, there's going to be two things at the bottom. One says chat, one says people. Click on people. This is going to show you how many people are active on Facebook. Mine says 999 plus. That means I have over 1,000 active friends right now at this very moment. So what you're going to do, Lori, is you're going to copy this message right here, and you're going to go to your active people, and you are going to send this to 5 people right now.
Okay.
And if really we want to get 5 host to post up for you, like you guys, the KPI says 10, you're brand new, I want you to do 5. I don't want you to stress yourself out. If you can do more than that, awesome, but don't stress yourself out. So I want you to send it to 5, and if all 5 says yes, awesome. And if only 1 says yes, we're gonna do 5 more, okay? So pick 10 friends that are active right now and send them this message. This is called green light messaging, okay? Now, for those of you who are not brand new, you're gonna send this, same thing, green light message, okay? And since you're not new and you are more experienced in this business, I want you to go send this to like 20 people right now. Hey chick, I'm doing entries for our November giveaway. We're giving away $1,000 cash to help with the holidays. All you need to do is copy a post I give you onto your wall to help support my business. Do you want me to send that over? Okay, those of you who are veterans, green light message that to 20 people right now, okay? All right, now let me know when you guys are done with that, and I'm gonna give you the next part in just a second. Oops. And since you guys should be done about the same time, because I know my newbies are going to be slower and my veterans are going to be faster. So is it technically December giveaway since that's December 1st? No. The giveaways for November, we always run it the month of and then do our giveaway announcement on December 1st. So it's our November giveaway announced December 1st. That's a good question. And hopefully you guys will get some responses tonight. I'm going to do this with you till everybody says we're done. Okay, iPhone is done. Awesome. How are you guys doing? Awesome. Okay, perfect. Somebody already responded. Fantastic. Let it go. Let it be for a minute. We're going to talk about it in a second. Haven't changed your name yet, Stephanie. Oh, hi. Yay. Stephanie, you have to change your name. It's been like 2 years. She's like, no, I think it's more fun being secret, right? Okay, so Crystal, we are sending out green light host to post messages. Ghostwriter, yes, for real. Okay, so Crystal, how long have you been in the business? And I will throw that in there for you again so we can determine what you need to do, what you need to send. Since the end of August. Okay, perfect. So this is your green light message. Since you've been here for a minute, you are going to send this to people who are active in your friends list. I want you to go send this to 25 people right now. Okay, awesome. So before we start responding to messages, which we're going to do right now, I want to give you an example of something that you guys can do once a week. You can do it twice a week if you really want to. I think you're going to be fine doing it once a week and actually greenlight messaging. We do what's called a giveaway post once a week. My giveaway post was from November 3rd. I'm just going to read it to you and then I'm going to show it to you. It says, we are giving away another $1,000 this month to help with the holidays. Tell me who's going to win this election to get entered, which is funny because we thought we were going to know a winner. Now we don't know a winner, like whatever. Okay, so we still don't know who the winner is going to be. People are still commenting on this, which is funny because nobody even knows, right? So anyway, but this is what it looks like. I have 112 comments on this, and I'm still going through those comments because that was 6 days ago. And if I got 10 host to post up a day, that would be 60 haps. So if I got 20 host to post up a day, then I would be through this, but I'm not through it yet. Okay. So I wish I had that much time. Not with my children. So anyway, so that is an example of a giveaway post. I gave the team just one this week that has to do with pies. It has 4 pictures of pies, and it's like, if you could take away one pie for the rest of your life, you could only eat one pie for the rest of your life, which one would you choose? You know, comment below for your chance to win $1,000. Something super simple like that, okay? So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna respond to the people. How many of you have comments that say yes, they will support you? I wanna know right now. Tell me. Awesome. Jessica did, Brittany, Marissa, awesome. Okay, so this is what you are going to say. I'm going to give you the one that's working well for me, okay? So this is what you're going to send first. This is your first message. Thank you so much. So copy and paste this to your timeline and put it on a colored background, please. Make sure to let me know once it's posted so I can get you entered into our giveaway. So you're going to send them that message. Then in a separate message, you're going to give them what they're going to post. This is really important that you send it in a separate message because if they have to actually do work and like delete and stuff, they're not going to do your post. Okay, so send that message, which is a thank you so much message with instructions. Then you're going to send them this post. Okay, so send them that, and then this is your post. And this has my name in it. Make sure you put your name in here. Question: if you lost 10 pounds per month, how many months would it take you to reach your goal? My friend Kelsey, my friend Marissa, my friend Noelle, my friend Brittany is looking or needs a few volunteers. Okay, so send those out, and then we're going to pause and we're going to change our settings on our Facebook really quick because I forgot to tell you to do that a minute ago, which is this is important. And again, I like to literally just copy paste copy the one message and thank you so much, thank you so much, thank you so much. Send the post, send the post, send the post. It makes your life really easy. You can get, 10 host posts out in less than a minute. Super, super fast. Okay, we're gonna pop over to your Facebook real quick and change your settings because this is super important. People are gonna tag you in these. You do not want these on your timeline, okay? So go to your Facebook app, 3 little lines on the bottom right. Scroll down to where it says settings and privacy. You're gonna click on settings again. Scroll down and you're gonna click on privacy settings. Now under privacy settings, we are gonna go to, where is it? They just updated this, hold on, this looks different. This is different. They literally just updated this. Let me see. That's not what I want. Let's look at this. Hold on. Your data settings, how people can find you, who can see what you share, how to keep your account secure. Sorry, they literally just changed all of this. Not that. No. Wait, I may have found it. If anybody finds this before me, tell me because no, no, no. Well, okay, this is something that's important that you guys can note to do. Under the part that says who can see your friends list, change that to only me, by the way. That's just something. But I'm still looking for what we need to do. Oh, sorry, just kidding, I'm in the wrong spot. Under the privacy section, go to profile and tagging, okay? Profile and tagging. Now, go down to tagging. Let's see, under review tags people add to your post before the tags appear on Facebook. Turn that on, okay? This is gonna guarantee that nobody will tag you in anything that shows up on your timeline unless you approve it. And you're really not gonna approve a lot to your timeline, okay? Because we're gonna get really picky about your social media. And then review posts you're tagged in before the posts appear on your profile, on, okay? Both of those reviewing need to be on, okay? So under your tagging section, it should say friends and friends. Under the reviewing, it should say on and on. Okay, so go to, sorry, I'm gonna start over because it took me a minute to find it. So go to your 3 little lines on the bottom right, scroll down to settings and privacy, and then click settings again. Then scroll down and click profile and tagging. And then under profile and tagging, it should say, just so you guys can go over this later, who can post on your profile? Friends. Who can see what others post on your profile? Friends. Allow others to share your post to their stories? On. Make sure that that's on. Who can see posts you're tagged in on your profile? Friends. When you're tagged in a post, do you want to add to the audience of the post if they can't already see it? Friends, okay? And then reviewing, under your reviewing category, both of those should be on. Now this is important because as we start to get host to post up, you're gonna have a lot of people tagging you in a lot of things. You do not want those things on the timeline. So what you're gonna do is you're not gonna delete them and you're not gonna add them. You're literally just gonna leave them in your pending posts, okay? And we'll talk about that later. Okay. Perfect. So how are you guys doing? Did you get some posts up? If not, I'm gonna give you a minute. Okay. So we're going to pop over here for just a second. We're going to go back over to our KPI because we are almost at our hour and I don't want to keep you guys here all night. But let's go over to our KPI real quick so I can just show you this. And then you can work more later, okay? Message 20 people about the opportunity. So we did number 6. Number 6 is going to be easy because you're going to be getting messages. We're going to teach you how to do that. You're going to be getting messages from people from your apps. So whenever somebody comments on a post that somebody has done for me, I always message them, message me weight loss and I'll hook you up. Message me hair and I'll hook you up, etc. So that they're coming to me. So I'm not sending a bunch of random messages to people and getting put in Facebook jail. Everybody's messaging me and I'm then collecting those messages and talking to people, okay? But when it says message 20 people about the opportunity, use your likes and comments from your story or your host post. One way that you can message people about the opportunity, again, talk to your sponsor about this, is using people who did a host post for you. So if somebody does a host post for you and they get like 5 or more comments, just simply messaging them and being like, hey girl, do you want me to get you signed up as a distributor and teach you how to make money online like I do? Because you can earn $150 shopping spree this week based off of these people, okay? So something super simple like that. But also as a new distributor, it's literally your job to ask. So I want you to think about, who do you want to do business with? Who do you enjoy spending time with? Who's the life of the party? Who's fun? Who loves people? And I want you to reach out to them specifically and be like, hey, I just started an online business. And if I could think about, when I was thinking about anybody who I'd like to work with, like your name came to mind. You know, what are the options? You know, what are the chances that you keep your income options open? Something simple like that. Again, your sponsor can help you come up with a message to send, but messaging people, asking them about the business opportunity. Okay, number 8, add a minimum of 25 new friends on Instagram and Facebook. Again, we're just going to stick to Facebook right now from a specific area in which you want to grow your business. This is going to happen through host to post. Let's say, Nancy, you get a host to post up and it gets 20 comments. Well, guess what? You're adding 20 new friends, okay? Because every person you're going to go and you're going to like their comment, you're going to reply back to them, you're going to friend request them, okay? So you're very easily going to be able to do number 6 and number 8 every single day. And then number 10 is, again, post 10 haps 6 out of 7 days per week. And the reason we do 6 out of 7 days is because I want you guys to take a Sabbath and I want you to take a day off. I don't care what day it is. It could be Saturday, it could be Sunday, it could be Tuesday. As long as you take a day off for your mental health, for your family, to unplug from everything, okay? That's the goal. If you're new, brand new, I don't want you to hit 10. I want you to do 5. Unless, of course, you're home, like I know, Lori, you're home and you have a lot more free time than like Marissa, who has a 6-year-old. So, you know, like, and yeah, she's super busy. So like, Marissa, I want you to focus on 5. Lori, maybe you want to do 10, or maybe you want to do 20. Like, it's totally up to you. But I want you guys to go at your own pace, and I want you to not get overwhelmed. And I want you to always, every single day, reach out to your sponsor and be like, hey, what do I need to be doing, right? And we're just going to go back to KPI and be like, okay, what did you do yesterday? What can we do today? And we're going to teach you where to find story content. Again, download the Telegram app. There's so much good stuff on there. And this is how we're going to grow your business every single day. Does that seem doable for you guys? Like, to follow this checklist and just do that every single day in like 90 minutes a day? Does that seem pretty simple? Or it will, that it will seem simple once you figure out how to do host to post in the future? How's everybody feeling? Okay, tell me what questions you have. I want to know how you're feeling. You can unmute yourself or whatever. We're going to finish this up in about 2 minutes. Okay, perfect. And you guys, there's different host to post. I gave you the one that's working for me. We can also do hair, skin, and nails. We can also do the cleanse. Those are my favorite. The TFX, or general weight loss, the cleanse, and the hair, skin, and nails. That's pretty much all I do. I don't do a coffee host to post. I don't do much of anything else. So tell me what questions you have. So this is the time to ask questions. Can I start sending my website out if someone is interested? Is there anything I need to do before anyone starts to buy? Never send your website out. I will walk you through every conversation, and I'll teach you how to get people enrolled. Okay. So and literally this is going to be a process. So first of all of our websites are blocked on Facebook and Instagram. They will forever be, because way back in the day, People used to spam people all the time, and so many It Works distributors got reported. Now the rest of us are in trouble for the rest of our lives. Okay, so if you go to like my profile, I have a link in my bio that's not an It Works link, but it's like a cover link. You guys can create a cover link. I would recommend, if you want to do that, look into an app called Milkshake. And Milkshake is really pretty and really fun, and you can basically mask your link through there, and you can put that in your profile. But again, we're not going to send that to people. There's very few times that I actually send my link to somebody, and it's usually through a private text message after we've decided what they're going to order. So this is a very catered process, and you'll get it. So as soon as we start talking to people, you're going to be like, okay, this makes total sense. But yeah, so I'm going to walk you through every single conversation. So all you need to do if you're a new distributor and you're like, I don't know what to do, as you're doing these steps, literally just send screenshots. And we're going to be like, okay, send this next. Another screenshot. Okay, send this next. Like, that's literally all you're going to do. And then you're going to be like, okay, I got this. Before you know it, you're going to sign 15 customers and you're going to be up and running. You're going to be perfectly fine. And all of your goal, okay, your goal is to sign 6 customers in your first 30 days, and you're going to get a $150 shopping spree. But a really cool thing is going on with the company right now. Let me tell you this. Right now, until, what day is it until, Dakota? Are they doing the $20 promo? Kelsey, who knows?
The 22nd.
The 22nd. Okay, from now until the 22nd, every time you sign 2 customers, you're going to make an extra $20 from the company. Okay, that means that, let's say you sign 2 customers for TFX. A TFX is a super low BB order. It's only 30. It's $40. You make we get paid on what's called bonus volume, and the TFX is 31 BB. Well, if you sign 2 TFX customers, you're basically going to make $9.60 commissions. The company's going to throw an extra $20 on top of that. Okay, so if you sign 10 customers between now and the 22nd, that's $200 just in bonuses for you on top of your commissions. So maybe instead of maybe you make $300 in November instead of 100, right? So that's a huge incentive. So I want you to just focus on that. And I'm doing an extra promo on top of that in the team page as well for our top 4 enrollers, top 5 enrollers, I'm sorry. And I'm going to be throwing some extra money on the fire as well. So you guys can make even more money if you are among the top 5 enrollers. So I have a question. So say I only got up 7 of 10 haps a day. Can I mark off the 10 on the list, or do I greenlight message different people until I get that 10? You cannot mark off until you get 10. But if you get 7 up, you can totally get 10 up. That's 3 more. And really, it's going to be a matter of growing your friends list. Okay. And you know what? Honestly, you might only be able to get 7 up until you expand your friends list more. That's awesome. I would rather you get 7 up than none, right? That's awesome. So just keep doing your thing. And one of these days when you do get 10 up in a day, you're going to be like, yes, I did it, right? And you're gonna feel so good. So, but yeah, for that checklist is really an accountability list for yourself. And you know that if you do that every single day, you're gonna be good to go. You're gonna be making money every single day. You're gonna be growing your friends list, posting good content, talking to new people, and doing all the things. So, 2 things to do when we get off of here. 3 things. If you're new, you need to go to your eSuite. You need to log in and verify your tax information. Okay, so you're not on commission hold anymore. You need to message your sponsor with the questions that I told you to write down, if you wrote those down. And the 3rd thing I need you to do is go to the team page and look at the pinned announcements. There's a social media training guide there. There's a first 30 days of posts there. Start following that. Like Marissa, you're going to start following that tomorrow, because today was your announcement post. Tomorrow is when you're going to start following first 30 days of post guidelines. Okay. And we're going to be up and running. And then every day you're going to be like, hey, Noelle, I posted this and people commented. What do I say? Okay. And I'm going to walk you through that. And then within your first month, you guys are going to be like, you're not going to need your handheld anymore. But your first 30 days, we'll do it together. And I mean, we'll always be here to do it together. But then you'll be like, oh, I got this. Like, you don't need help anymore. You'll be totally fine. So, okay, awesome. Well, thanks for hopping on, you guys. It was so good to see you tonight. And any questions, we're here. And let's go do this together. Have a good night, guys. Bye.